Welcome back to On the Huddle podcast. I am Deuce, and today's show, I'm caught off guard, man. Thought I ran out of stores, but welcome to another episode of Owning the Huddle podcast. You got DT, Ceelo, Breeze, and Deuce, and today, just like we doing every week, we're coming to you from the PSF app that's been simulcast. Also, and today we're gonna do these these press conferences. We're gonna give you our reactions. We haven't seen any of them yet, so it's gonna be our first time watching them, and we're gonna react to them. Also, we're gonna talk a little bit about Sam Howell and 𝓚𝓽𝓪𝓬𝓽𝓲𝓷𝓼. Get ready, as DT would say, it's time to own a huddle. And that what you say, DT? Oh, I think so. Welcome. Listen, Ceelo, it's Sam Howell in the MVP conversation right now.
Nah, I can't say right now.
Breeze, it's Sam Howell in the MVP conversation right now.
Did y'all have a pre-planned conversation about what we finna do?
Yeah, pre-meeting.
Yeah, did I miss the show prep meeting? I'm confused right now. I don't know what's going. No. DCIAA MVP, maybe. I mean,
DT, it's Sam Howell in the MVP conversation.
Nah, he not an MVP conversation, but I will say he's definitely up there for newcomer of the year. He should be up there.
Newcomer of the year.
You making awards up? You making awards up now? Is that what we doing?
I know it looks like Ceelo is at a hotel, but he disappeared. I don't know exactly where he is. But Breeze, what's good, man?
What's good?
Oh, there you go.
Is he back? No, he's still frozen.
He trying to slide around the camera. Welcome back to Owning the Huddle podcast. Brother Deuce is here. He's here to defend his O-line. I'm getting sick and tired of you dudes and this fan base talking about my O-line. We gonna handle this today. I said tell CJ to drop it.
No, y'all not taking that, bro. Y'all not taking that.
Nah, it's over. You already put it out there, DT.
I put Troy Apke because he ain't getting on the field. He ain't getting on defense at all.
See, that's the problem. You drinking that South Eagle.
Seriously, he's gonna make the team, and he's gonna be a up back or something.
Up back is crazy. He's not making the team.
What is
Listen, if he makes this team as it's up, you know what? Nope.
All the fans leaving again.
They love trap.
Man, y'all better take care of business against against Roosevelt.
Time, please. I got plans Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah, you want to do a live show? Like 11 o'clock?
I'm going to be mic'd up. I'm making myself up for the game.
That's going to be hilarious, man. All right, come on, Ceelo. All right. Where is Sam Howell ranked right now with the 2022 draft class?
I would say number one. You know, statistically speaking, he's blowing them out of the water, bro. Even with Brock, as good as he's, part of a very successful team at the quarterback position, I think Sam got it pretty clear. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they got that whole draft wrong, bro.
What about you, DT?
um, to me, looking at the 2022 draft class, you got guys the likes of Kenny Pickett, you got Desmond Ritter, you got Malik Willis, Bailey Zappi. Um,
Lord.
who else was in that draft class? And oh, of course, Purdy. Sam was in
Matt
the
Corral.
fifth by himself.
Oh yeah, Matt Corral.
Matt Corral.
Hey, was I can't think of his name. The Vikings, who the Vikings drafted, but they cut him in the summertime.
You
Was
talking
he
about
in that
Kellerman.
class? Kelly
he
Mond.
was
Was
in well,
Mond in
another,
that?
there was another class before him.
Okay.
If we're going off of wins, of course I would say Purdy, but we're talking about based on the talent and what we've seen and statistically, I gotta go with Sam Howell. He is doing things and breaking the expectations that you had for a fifth round quarterback. Now, of course, he does have EB, and that's a good thing. But at the end of the day, you have to be good enough to operate this offense. So I'm definitely going to say Sam Howell is second in his class, tempering up to become the best quarterback out of the class.
Where you at, Breeze?
I mean, I pretty much agree with DT. Just based on results and record, I think you got to put Brock Purdy at number one. Although he does seem to be kind of finally coming back to earth a little bit, while Sam is kind of progressing. But I mean, like looking at that list, it's not even hard to put Sam Howell at number two. Like again, you talking about Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, Sam, Desmond Ritter, Matt Corral, Chris Oladukin, Bailey Zappi, Skylar Thompson, like, and Brock Purdy. Like, half them dudes ain't even on active rosters right now, I don't think. So Sam got to be number two, but yeah, I got to give Brock Purdy the edge number one.
The freezes is weird tonight. So like when you think about the crazy. I'm trying to take a picture, actually. Oh yeah, that one cool. Look at that one. DT, you froze too, or is it me? Am I freezing?
That's
You
you.
tripping.
You.
That's you tripping.
Everybody moving on my screen.
Yeah, I'm got to pay that Wi-Fi bill, Deuce.
Yeah, now you know.
All them devices connected.
Yep, that's what it is too. Wi-Fi low. Okay, I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi.
The comment, yeah.
I'm done.
See,
all right, so after these messages, I will be right back. I gotta switch Wi-Fi. All right, I think we locked and loaded. All right, so a lot of times, like, so when I think about Brock Purdy, I think about all the weapons that he had around on offense and on defense, right? The coaching that he has, all of those things add up. But these last 3 weeks, Trent Williams goes down, Debo goes down. He has some issues with CMC. Now he has to win games. Here come the turnovers. Here come the bad decisions. You can't mask his deficiencies anymore. Now he lost 3 straight games, throwing turnovers. When you look at someone like Sam Howell, what Brock Purdy has had these last 3 games is kind of like what Sam Howell's been dealing with all 10 starts of his career. This is why I'm leaning more towards putting Sam Howell number one in that draft class. What do you think about that, Breeze?
That's fair, but I just, all things considered, Brock Purdy did win 13 games in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't. With all due respect, I agree that Sam is probably a better player, like long term, but just to this point, his thing is still tripping. Um, I just think to this point, Brock has been better, much better, obviously, but still.
And here's the thing about that as well, fellas. When we talk about the differences of these teams, like the 49ers and Commanders, obviously we know the talent that the 49ers have, and they've been a consistent team that has been in the playoffs. They have been in the NFC title games and once at least appeared in one Super Bowl out of 4 years. Um, you see how there are some things, if you look at the scouting report and if you watch college football, there are some things that Brock Purdy, there was a reason why he went in the seventh round. You know, there are some limitations, and when you're with a guy like Shanahan that can cover up those deficiencies just enough so you can play efficient football, that's where I think is the biggest difference between the two guys. Sam Howell, the moment he stepped on campus in North Carolina, he put up prolific numbers with the likes of a Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, all these guys who are currently starting for their respective teams as well. And the one thing we can say for Sam is him enduring all that stuff in North Carolina when that team wasn't really as consistent is almost the same in Washington, not really having the defense live up to potential. You got some weapons, but you're still trying to go your way as an NFL quarterback. The running game is hit and miss in some aspects. And, you know, he's still trying to learn. He's in passing while still leading the league in 44 sacks. That is undoubtedly unheard of. Like I have never seen a statistic like that for a young guy to be second in the NFL while having 44 sacks.
Yeah, man. EB not treating him like no young quarterback. He straight said EB came and he said, "Look, I'm throwing you right into the fire. Like I'm not taking it slow. I'm not, doing no tight end pops and tight end and all that. No, I'm throwing you straight into the fire. And you're gonna learn very quickly how to be an NFL quarterback. I mean, Ceelo, we've been talking about this offense and EB need to run more, but after EB said, "Look, you gotta pass to win in this league," after that, I was like, "All right, this is who we gonna be."
Yeah, man. Think about is this going to be an EB versus Shanahan kind of discussion, right? Like in terms of quarterback development, that we think about the quarterbacks that Shanahan's developed. He's developed RG3, call it development, call it whatever. RG3, now Brock Purdy. The other quarterbacks he's had, they've been more like veterans, like Matty Ice.
Yeah,
right. And so,
he had Baker. Did he have Baker?
I don't know if did he have Baker Mayfield when he
I know
first.
he had RG3 in Cleveland.
So
Nah,
he left.
he
He left. So I think what makes Shanahan unique, I think, is that he does have an interesting way of spoon feeding, a quarterback while he's learning and maybe helping him grow while they're kind of, winning games in a sense, or at least trying to develop RG3 trajectory. It wasn't smooth, if y'all remember. RG3 took a lot of sacks. He was taking a lot of hits. He didn't know how to slide. Things like that were kind of more, personal things he needed to develop. And then he kind of took off. Purdy seems to also, be very, very talented in terms of the system they're running, but it's very simple stuff. And he has a lot of help. And so he's been very successful early on because of that. I don't think the Redskins team at the time was nowhere near as talented, in my opinion, as talented as 49ers team.
Especially on both sides of the ball.
Exactly. So I think that's the difference. EB, it feels like EB both in Mahomes and in Sam, he's throwing like the whole book at him. Like he's literally like, "Hey, this is the offense. This is everything." Now you may tailor some things here and there, but they seem to be very, very, I guess, they seem to have a lot of faith in both guys. At least he does, and so that's the difference. And so you're seeing some ups and downs with the quarterback position with Sam, and that's what you're kind of seeing right now. So
let's run through some of these comments. Yam. Yep, Yam. This is live too today. Ree.
What's up, Bree?
I love Sam. I think he is the guy for us. But the whole come on, man. I'm a simp, but I'm a realistic simp. Realistic simp is crazy. Purdy has the foul expectations on a great team. Sam has the foul expectations in a mid at best team. Yeah, that's true. I just mean in a similar way where I don't want to sell in the front for. Oh yeah, I feel you. I get you. It's gonna be more of that conversation. That the better he plays, or if he doesn't continue to progress, or if he stays the same, that's gonna be more and more conversations to have as we move into the season. It'll be easier if they're winning, but if they're losing and he's still playing at a high level, it's really going to get intriguing.
Hey, so that comment right there, I don't know if that's true, man. Sam is kind of like carrying a lot more than what we thought. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
He's kind of doing it.
Yeah,
I think Sam is much more capable than any other quarterback we've had recently.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And we were down by 10 points against the Bears, and a missed field goal basically put the game out of reach, even though we were down 27-3. And we threw the ball 55 straight times.
That's crazy.
I still can't believe that.
That was development said, "Nah, we ain't gonna run the ball. I want to see what you got." That's basically what EB told Sam.
Yeah, and he's continued to that since the first game, preseason. Remember preseason, we was like, "Oh, he's just trying to get Sam to get out patterns together, make sure he throwing to his left." That's why he ain't running. Nah, he wasn't running the preseason. And he like, nah, this is what we gonna be doing.
I'm so glad I see this comment too, because I was just about to ask this when we were talking about Purdy, and it's definitely in line with this. So,
yeah,
y'all think who's actually getting developed more? Is it Brock Purdy or is it Sam Howell?
Sam Howell, I think, and I say Sam Howell because, like Ceelo was saying, he got the whole offense, and it's more so Sam is the one that's putting these guys in position to make plays. With Purdy, it seems more of Shanahan putting his playmakers in position to make plays.
Yeah, I agree. Not just that, but we've seen Sam grow, week to week, and seen him take steps forward in his progression. With Brock, like Deuce said, I think it's a lot of Shanahan realizing what he can and cannot do. So, okay, he's not good at XYZ. We're gonna stick to ABC, and we're gonna do that. Think and dunk, get Debo the ball, give it to CMC, Brandon Ayuk, and all them, Kittle, like get the ball out your hands to your playmakers, let them make plays. We're not gonna overcomplicate this and throw too much at you.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's fair.
If Sammy clips 4,200 yards, 25 touchdowns, and actually leads W's, results in the playoffs, MVP shouldn't be an overlook.
Yeah, but MVP is not. The MVP is typically the best. It's typically the quarterback on one of the better teams in the league. It's not a true most valuable player to me anyway. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's tons of definitions, but that's more so. But that's why he said like leads to W. So if we getting wins, we go on a crazy win streak, and he putting up crazy numbers. I think you're gonna start seeing him on them graphs for sure. What up, Cash?
Yo, what up, boy?
What's up, Justin? If I had to pick, I'm taking Sam Howell with Purdy. Even with today's knowledge, Purdy has that injury. I wonder how much ice covers Sam's body after the game. Or does he do the full on ice bath?
Full ice bath.
Andy, oi! 310
man,
tuning into the boys. Appreciate you from over the pond. Hard
What
working
up,
man,
Andy?
getting up at 3 o'clock to be
Andy.
with us. Appreciate you, Andy.
So,
Am I crazy to think that's oh man, messing my algorithm up?
And WB is funny.
Y'all all right? I still put out laws and combination ADR receivers. Sam can carry this team. We just need a line who can protect him consistently because we already got one that can't. So he needs that can. Yeah, man. Sam gets some bookend tackles. He could really make some stuff happen. To Breeze's point, though, eventually teams are going to catch up to those weaknesses. Yeah, that's true. On guy, yes, the line too. People praising him after the past game. Needed it.
Listen, they were
Yam do not believe in his line. Yeah, he's consistent with that.
Right.
What you about to say, Ceelo?
I mean, yeah, developing. I mean, I guess I always say this: like, do we get caught up in the process? Do we want to win Super Bowls? Right? Like, do I care if Sam Howell is being developed into like some great quarterback, or do I just want to like? They may win a Super Bowl with a subpar Brock Purdy, you know, and
Right.
no one's going to care about quarterback development. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how some of these coaches think. Like when they ain't got 5 years to develop somebody, they just want to find a guy who can do the things they need him to do. Don't mess it up. More than a game manager, but someone who can actually ball out a little bit and move on. I don't think. That's why the whole not to get it too deep into, but that's why the whole Trey Lance thing was weird. Like, I'm like, they didn't even need to do all that, but they felt like they did. So here we are.
And they made it to the conference championship game. That's the only reason. I mean, they got an extension too.
Bro.
It had to be one of the worst trades in NFL history, and they both got extensions this past offseason.
Yep.
While trading them away.
A fireable offense, bro. Most times.
Third overall pick.
And they gave up like 3 firsts, man.
Multiple picks, man.
It's crazy. It's like some seconds, some thirds. Give me a defensive coach that can put together. Yeah, man. For sure, Cody. Y'all don't think Sam Williams have been exposed? Y'all think they have?
Yeah, I think.
Oh no, that's a good question. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
I would say yes because you see how teams were playing him maybe after the first 2 weeks. Yeah, the Bills game. They
Bills exposed a lot.
They knew he couldn't, process the field once they were bringing heavy pressure. So that's why we're seeing the progress now. When teams are blitzing, he's automatically going to his hot. He's automatically getting to the hot routes and guys that are absolutely open in the reads. So that definitely took a while, and I know a lot of people were frustrated, but that's what it takes to see how these guys roll within the fire, because you're going to go up against Wink Martindale twice a year. You're going to go up against the Buffalo Bills style defense again. Either you play the Bills or somebody from that coaching tree. That's how, for a guy like that, he has to study and go through the fire. That's why I'm always in the sense of, look, I understand there's sometimes you need to sit him, but the best teacher is to be on the field.
I think that Buffalo game was, I don't want to, maybe just as much about not only does Sam struggle with pressure, but we know his line can't block us. So like if we choose to blitz and send pressure, not only does he struggle, they struggle with it too. Like they kind of go hand in hand. Like if he had a better offensive line, that wouldn't be as much of a glaring weakness.
That's the thing with Philly. They didn't blitz as much, right? They didn't blitz as much. The Patriots did. Like Belichick played, he called a heck of a game. Like Sam Howell just picked that stuff. Like he picked it apart. But you could also tap that up to talent. Like Belichick can put those guys in the right position and he can disguise it, but it comes down to the talent. And we know he doesn't have a ton of talent over there. This game this week with that Seattle defense and Pete Carroll, this is going to be something to definitely kind of look at because they have the talent They have the scheme. So I wonder if they're going to blitz and send a lot of mix coverages to Sam because they're very good in the pass rush. They're very good in pass defense. These dudes hit. When I say they hit and they fast,
They
they are.
secondary is real.
Yeah.
I just
Like,
think for Seattle, they're kind of up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I
we
think
hope to get
I
that
saw
down.
somebody say it's supposed to be raining out there too. Which, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's supposed to be
Seattle, it's
raining.
always raining, but
Yeah. Caps lost the overtime. I do try. Temporary weekends are getting exposed. Where's one, but they might win 20 more. Let's see. People mad at Jordan Poole, boy.
I don't think they're gonna win 20.
they're trying to get their first overall pick.
They're definitely gonna be close.
This question is: how many years do we keep saying rebuild? Seems like we've been saying it.
I don't
Like,
think they ever committed to a rebuild though.
yeah, they
I think
never
it's always been
committed.
like a retool, or you know what I mean, like.
And this is the worst time to try it now. This is why I don't think they're going to go for even like Ceelo's been saying for I don't know 8 months now. This team is going to look totally different, but I don't look. It's going to look totally different as if, hey, look, y'all, we're going to have to lose for the next couple of years. We have pieces in place. You have picks and you have cap space. You get the right regime in here. These guys should be competing next year. They should be competing next year. Competing for what? I'm not sure yet, but we shouldn't go into the season thinking we only gonna win 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, man. I think
Well,
getting rid of the first two big pieces was a big step in that direction, right? Like, and we could talk about it now. Like right now we do not have a bookend defensive end, a rush defensive end right now. Like a guy that can just give you 8 to 12 sacks any given season. So I have to believe that's all of a sudden back on the priority list. Stuff like that. Like it's gonna look different. Cam Curl, as much as we love him, I don't know. Like what if the next general manager and head coach, they're gonna be like, So I don't know.
He might be one of those analytic guys though. The thing with Curl, which may benefit him if we go like full analytics, is that the numbers suggest that he's one of the top safeties. Like outside of the turnovers, everything else matches up for him.
I'll give you something different though, but they may come in here and say, certain analytics will definitely support Cam, but it's the value. Like that's the thing about Moneyball and that kind of approach. They're gonna be like, do I want to pay someone $15 million a year for that, or do I want to take my chances with a Percy taking over? I'm just throwing it out there, or a Quan. I could train him up and get another 3 years out of him at a second round pick deal. Why am I going to dedicate that much? Is Cam going to move the needle that much? Even though analytics may say he could, the value may not be there, especially the safety position where maybe they're not seeing that return. So I would think of it as both analytics, like the pure sense of the word, as well as the salary piece.
Not just that, but we may very well have a new defense next year. You have no clue what his value might be to a different defense.
Exactly.
Right? So analytically, he may be one of, if not the best player on this defense right now, analytically. But if he's not if they blow the whole coaching staff out and bring a new coordinator in here with a completely different defense, he may not have the same role or the same value. So,
they may all of a sudden value middle linebacker all over again. Right.
Yeah. And the good thing is they don't have to spend 40, 45 million on a defensive line this offseason.
Yeah. I'm just scared.
Because like they gotta like this thing the Jaguars, why they overpaid 2 years ago. Like they had to spend the money. It's like you have to spend the money. You can't hold it till next offseason. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to spend the money, but it's just like where are they going to spend it at? And I ask y'all this though. This situation is kind of unique. Like you're trying to rebuild the brand, like the Commanders brand. You're trying to rebuild the fan base. You're trying to win people over for stadium. If you want DC, you definitely need the DC residents, right? Because they ain't gonna want to give nothing. You want to try to squeeze everything you possibly can if you want DC. So you want DC residents to be happy. So in that sense, you need to win games. So do we have the luxury of saying, you know what? Let me take this unproven guy and try to build him up. We could be good in a couple years, or pay this guy that I know is going to be good, help me win games right now. We all at
Yeah,
with that.
that's a valid point. Like to your original point about Ceelo, what Ceelo has been saying, it's like this is the well, I think your point was based off Ceelo. It's like this is the worst time on pretty much every front to openly commit to a rebuild. Like you got a coaching staff that's trying to keep their jobs. You got a roster full of players like auditioning for jobs. You got a brand new owner. You're trying to get a new stadium built in whatever section of the DMV it may land in. You're trying to win a fan base back. Like this is the worst time possible to try and fully commit to a rebuild.
I mean, I hate to say it, but this is one of those things where this is a Sam Howell sink or swim situation. Like Sam, we put so much on this kid.
Crazy, man.
If he can actually, do his thing for the rest of the year, to Breeze's point, 100%. But let's say he ends up, I don't know, just being like average, right? And he ends up not quite convincing you. Why wouldn't you go through a full rebuild? You don't have a quarterback again. You back at square one, or at least questionable square one. So I feel like the quarterback position kind of drives all of your decision making, and so yeah, and then what I mean by that, like, do I put Terry on the block or not? Well, I got a quarterback. Okay, I'll keep Terry. I don't got a quarterback. Well, then why do I need Terry? I don't need Terry. I could go get more picks and accumulate all this capital and start from scratch. So I think the quarterback success is really going to determine the next group, how they go about building this team or rebuilding this team.
So to this question, to this comment, I think because of the turnover factor, I think Derek Forrest might be actually more valuable than Cam Curl. I know that's Cam. He's probably the best player on the defense, like week in and week out. But Derek can come downhill and play in the box. I think he's faster than Cam is, so he's a little bit better in coverage. He has interceptions. Like Derek may be, more valuable than Cam. Although we also saw Derek take a huge drop off when Cam didn't play last year. So,
I mean, when I see Percy, I see Derek Forrest default. Like I see default, I see Percy.
Player.
Yeah.
Like I think Defoe has played more and he made more impact plays. We saw a lot of the talent, but it just seems like even with this year, like last year, I think he played much better, but this year he seemed like a step behind. It seemed like Percy. It's like you supposed to be in a spot. How come tight ends, people running down the seam, is getting behind you all?
Right.
I just don't get it. What do you think, DT?
All this is tough because, especially when you think about a quarterback position, it's like I definitely understand that point. And the thing that's going to be bothering me is I feel like even though there's a lot of people still questioning can he be a franchise quarterback, I feel like he proved right now he's a bona fide starter in the NFL. Like he can legit start on any team and help you. So that's going to be the question for this organization, the next regime. Like, okay, even you're trying to get a quarterback, his contract is right now way more valuable than the next rookie contract because based on where he was selected, I can build a little bit far more with Sam Howell than probably the next rookie. And the Derek Forrest thing, he did had a somewhat of a regression this year. I don't know if because he's not playing his natural spot, and you're trying to rotate Percy Butler a lot. But I do see a scenario if they let Cam Curl go, they can have Derek Forrest back in a natural spot. But to me, I would like to see Quan Martin at the free safety spot. I think Quan Martin can provide a little bit more. And then with Butler, though he's natural at free safety, he has that speed to can roam around a little bit to help out the linebackers and stuff. So a lot of this conversation for next year is it's going to be tricky after the season over, man, because it is a lot of pressure on Sam. But
That's what I said.
I think he can do it. I don't know how many wins he has to have, or does he have to have like a big performance against the Cowboys on national TV or what? But it's going to be interesting watching these last couple of games to see where the direction of this organization.
So, wait, Andy, that's not what I said. I said Cam is probably the best player, especially analytically, on the defense, especially this season. But because of the turnover factor, Derek Forrest might be a little bit more valuable than Cam. Not better, but valuable because of the turnover that he's created.
Do we both have a 10 cup, or is that just me?
That's just you.
Peter love Cam Curl, boy. What's up, Daryl? I think that's Weber. How you pronounce that? I think this is your first time commenting. Appreciate you for coming through.
I like Cam.
Yeah.
I like Cam a lot.
Yeah,
So
I think everybody likes Cam, but I don't know if the next regime likes Cam.
Yeah,
We definitely gonna find out.
We're gonna find out real quick. I was one of the ones I was like, man, that's an easy I mean, I'm not, I'm not the one with the money. But that's an easy contract. Like he has to be one of the that's just easy. Just do it, Yeah. So the fact that he's not signed yet makes me that's nervous. Makes me nervous.
Yeah, I would honestly be surprised if they sign anybody during the season.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would. I think the new ownership is one of the kind of wait to do a lot of things, but I think there was the whole Chase and Sweat thing. I think there were conversations behind the scenes, to be honest, and they didn't want to be here. You know what I mean? They wanted to go. I think Sweat was a chance to bring Sweat back, but when they saw that number 2 that could be 33 to 35 pick, they was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Or Sweat might have wanted that number because remember, first it came out that GM Pose was working with an extension, and then came out from Sweat team that we're going to wait till the offseason. So when the deal came a couple of days later, I was like, oh, nah, they came with Sweat with some short money. He was like, nah, I'm going to wait. And then Poos came back with that, 98 guaranteed? That could be like 115 guaranteed. So I definitely think that's what happened with those negotiations. But here we are. But I think they pay Curl. And I don't think it's so much because they need him. They think he's, a needle move or whatever. But they got to spend the money somewhere. And I don't know who's going to be out there. Of course, a lot of that stuff kind of come out. We look at, people that's playing on contract years, but a lot of those guys will be resigned or work out, extended or whatever. But I definitely think he'll probably be here. Washington have a habit of letting good players walk.
Not recently.
Not recently. Yeah, not recently.
There we go.
Not recently.
PTSD.
I really didn't think Sweat wanted to be here long, but they came and have the money. Yeah,
I think Sweat wanted to be here. I think
Sweat had a number. He had a number, and we were like, bye.
Yeah, I don't like that number. He took that same number to Chicago, and they was like, no at first. He was like, all right, see y'all in March.
Right.
Oh man. Guaranteed. I'm a Razorback fan, DT, Razorback fan. And I've been watching him since college. Always been a fan. He's been a beast, 350 plays without a touchdown against him. No, he has a crazy grade now.
That's in coverage. That's in coverage.
Yeah, coverage, right? Yeah, he got like a.
Oh, we talking about coverage?
Yeah,
coverage, yeah. He's been dusted a few times on running plays, but yeah.
He's missed.
Didn't he give up that touchdown to?
Yep. Yeah.
Who?
in the Jacksonville game
Yeah, the
against
one against
Jacksonville.
he was the last person chasing down Ramondre Stevenson or whatever his name is.
No, I'm wrong.
No. The Vermont Street, he just came from an angle to check. No, that was
I'm saying,
Percy on that joint. That was Percy. That me talking about the missed the tackle in the hole.
no, I'm talking about the very last person was Cam.
Oh, trying to chase him down. Yeah. Percy took that bad angle. If their chance comes, that's the question, Andy. I don't know, man. Like I want to say no, but I think
Nope.
I want Terry to be on a successful team, man. I want him to be with us. But you can't rule it out. You can't rule it out.
You can't rule it out, but no.
It'll feel like that Tennessee and AJ Brown situation, right?
Not really. I don't know if he meant that much to that team though.
Okay.
I don't think Tennessee valued AJ Brown that high. I don't think if Tennessee
wide receivers in general, you think?
Yeah, because I mean they had just drafted
they drafted him because they traded AJ Brown.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but if they knew that AJ Brown
and he built just like him,
what he is, yeah, he ain't nowhere near the player he is. So.
Yeah, I just don't think he meant as like Terry is on the emotional level too, and like we was talking about earlier, trying to win the fans and bring them back. You trade him, especially if he be like, I want to be here. And you trade him.
All right, so I got the list up of safeties whose contracts are expiring. Micah Hyde, Chuck Clark, Darnell Savage, although I feel like he just signed a new contract. I'm gonna be wrong with that. Javon Curse.
Chuck Clark is on IR too. So
yeah. Xavier McKinney, Cal Duggar, Grant Delpit, Antoine Winfield Jr., Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Jordan Whitehead, Jeremy Chin. Yeah, I mean
he's out for what? He's on short-term IR, right?
Yeah, nobody else on this list that I know of is probably close to him. Mike Edwards, Deshaun Gibbs, Deshaun Gibbs is getting old.
What's up, Matt?
Yup.
I don't know, Ceelo, man. Like, I think it's an argument he's better than all them dudes.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, outside of Micah Hyde.
So you get into a bidding war, then
we just drafted. We should just spend a second-round pick on the dude.
Yeah,
I said it on Sunday. I said on Sunday that Quan Martin might end up being our next free safety.
That's the leverage the team gonna be like. If Quan Martin ends up, he already got a pick. He's made a couple players in the ball. If Quan ends up by the end of this season making some impact plays, any smart GM gonna be like, hey Cam, so listen. So we have some depth here.
Is he playing cornerback or is he playing safe? He's playing safety.
He's playing nickel and safety.
He's playing nickel and safety. Free safety.
Well, he's playing safety because BSJ is a nickel. So, and Curl is up, up in the box on the other side when they go down. So it's him and Percy. I think if you start seeing him come on the field before Percy, then that's definitely something to watch. If he's coming on the field,
I think it's very possible.
So it's probably something we need to start watching these snap counts.
I mean, it's a good problem to have, by the way.
Absolutely,
it's a good problem to have.
Glenn is in the building. Trey want him to get a pick 6. Double duty.
Deuce on double duty.
Yeah, man.
Double duty.
All right. Speaking of, let me see. Speaking of Emmanuel Forbes, let's see what he got to say. Real quick.
It's what we came for.
First, let's see this. I want to do this one first.
Hey, Jeremy Reed's only 26.
Yeah, he's young. He's gonna be like Slater for the Patriots. He's gonna be on 1-year deal the rest of his life.
Just like Fuller, like what, 28? He's been in the league 13 years.
Hold on.
I'm exaggerating.
Nah, but still, bro.
Let me know if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear this?
Nah.
Not yet.
All right, well.
Jeremy's 27. Damn.
What is Sam?
Hold on. How old is Fuller?
28, 29? 29, I think. 29. If I'm not mistaken.
And we drafted him in 20.
I think he was 20. I think he was 21 when we drafted him.
Fuller?
I think so.
Oh yeah. We drafted him. I'm trying to think what year that was because we got.
I think Jay Gruden drafted him.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. Miyagi.
Like 2015. 2016.
This is crazy. Rest in peace, Red Fox.
You sit over there. I'll deal with this. I explained to Red chance to buy a house, etc., etc. And escrow is going to close in 4 days. I'm $3,500 short, and I'll work it off. I'll pay you back any way I can, etc. So he said, $3,500. Ain't got no small change on me right now, but calls his secretary over with a thumb snap. He says, bring me my checkbook. So he's writing a check. Pat Morita, $3,500. And as he's writing, before he signed his name, he says, now look here. I don't want to hear about no papers, no payback, no interest, no IOU, no nothing. So you want to pay me back? I know you're going to make it one day, son. You do this for somebody. You sit over there. I'll deal with this.
Yeah,
Killed that.
Wants to buy a
Bro,
house,
that-
etc.
That was young. Like
He killed that.
Yeah, he killed that. It sounds just like Red Fox. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh man.
To that point, how do you feel coming off that performance? Because confidence, Emmanuel, as you know, is so important in football and any sport. What's that do for you?
It's a big confidence thing. I just got to stay consistent with it and just keep going in week in and week out and performing.
What was the feedback like from your teammates, coaches, your family? I assume they were really happy.
Yeah, it's just something they always knew I can do, and I had to put it together and go out there and put a great performance out.
What was it? How did you put it together compared to other games?
Honestly, just preparation and just going out there knowing that what I can do and being myself, honestly.
When you talk about preparation, what is that? Film work, details, kind of dive into that for us.
Yeah, film work, all the small details in the game, and just honestly watch the film.
You go up against Seattle now. DK Metcalf, a Lockett, obviously big challenges there. You've gone up against big bodies like an A.J. Brown. DK's similar build. What can you learn from those games with A.J. that maybe you can help with DK?
Honestly, I'm not really too worried about what he's doing. I'm worried about myself and how I can perfect my craft and make myself better. So that's something I'm working on this week.
Now, you've played in a lot of hostile environments, especially in the SEC.
That boy,
you've probably heard the reputation of Seattle and how loud it gets. As a player, do you actually look forward to that, of kind of relishing being the villain in somebody else's house? And
Scott
Abraham.
We always hard.
That's the one I got into with Jason.
We do this week like we did last week, and just not too busy worried about the fans and all. As long as we have fun with each other and out there playing hard, so that's all that matters.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, this team wants to make the playoffs, maybe make a run at the Super Bowl. Seattle is one of those teams ahead of you. You're chasing them. Amongst yourselves, do you talk about that, of how there's an extra layer to this game?
Honestly, no. We just go in week out, one game at a time. So they next up on the schedule, we're going to treat them the same as we treat everybody else, and you just go out there perform and just go out there and perform.
Teach them to say the same thing. Have y'all noticed, do you all think that they really try to boost his confidence after that game? Because he's getting a lot of national spotlight. His teammate, him, the team, people coming out to say good game. They got him in all these graphics, and
I think his teammates just get it, and his teammates were trying to take up for him. They were taking up for him when he was playing bad. But I always love watching interviews when guys like Emmanuel Forbes give a political answer, but in the back of his mind, man, forget DK Metcalf, bro. Nobody worry about him. I know that's in the back of his mind. You gotta watch film and play smart.
Abraham was like, big around receiver. Like he think he's slick.
That's what I'm saying. He's like,
He's in the
man,
field.
nobody worried about no DK Metcalf.
Players,
Oh Lord,
This dude.
spirit in the locker room, spirit of the coaches.
But look how he's saying it though. Like look how he's saying it. Like
Spirit in the locker room, spirit of the coaches in the locker room, spirit of the coaches.
all right,
Spirit
damn.
in the locker room, spirit of the coaches.
Spirit.
You know, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's like a kind of that same thing at Ohio State, where it's like you're expected to win, and it's just like that vibe of we're going to win. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely reminds me not Ohio State, but obviously it's in the field. These are grown men, so I'm just excited to be blessed to with the opportunity to be just the players' spirit, just like you guys. Because I'm just now honestly, I got everything on social media, just like you guys. Because my game, man, it happened.
Hey,
honestly,
so,
everything else.
thinking about that real quick, like, so, like,
oh God.
do y'all think they just choose not to tell these dudes beforehand, or is it like a timing thing?
Bro,
I think that's
they
what his
have
agent.
bro, they have him and Sweat has the same firm. They have the same firm.
They got the same agent.
Agents. Well, no, they have different agents. I think Chase actually has Rich Paul.
I thought they both had Rich Paul.
No, Sweat has what's the other dude name? The dude that he pulled from that other large firm. I forgot. That's who he has. But either way, bro, it's like he knew. Like Sweat said, my agent told me. Like Chase knew, young. He wasn't playing no game. Man, that's cap, man. I don't believe that, yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that
on social media. I'm like, damn, that's messed up.
I find that hard to believe, bro.
What's up, CJ? Big Simple in the building. Miss Janet. T in the building. Forbes would be a good player. Keep your eye on him.
Hold on, go back to that last one. It was something about knowledge of the system.
You said what? Oh, he capping? Yeah, he capping. Yeah. He capping, bro.
Yeah, man. Forbes does look like he's about 13 years old.
Yeah, but see, Terrence, if that does give him leverage, he loses every bit of that leverage the minute Jack Del Rio was fired. If he's fired,
that's what I replied to Terrence. I'm like, once that new system come in, there ain't no leverage.
Yeah,
sound like a cheerleader. Wish Chase would have played with some spirit.
Spirit
needs pom-poms. That's nasty, yeah. They ain't putting on spirit fingers. Leader of the locker room with Jay Bama boys dominated defense. Oh man, expected to win. Chucker's in the building.
Yep.
All right, that's cap. I don't believe that one bit. He ain't know. Here go another one. Let's get one more chase in.
It's like, nah.
It's like, nah.
I wasn't mad. Nick is here. Always been a big brother to me. Even at Ohio State. I'm just stepping in here for, today. Got in here last week. Just the culture, the vibe. Is a lot different. I definitely know that I'm in the build with winners. I wasn't mad.
Chasing that joint bullets. Yeah, he throw straight, bro. They said they goodbye to this dude with him in a brace. Like that's total disrespect. Yeah. They had him in those brace. You ain't had no pictures from this year. You had no pictures you could have used for this year. Oh man. All right, let's go to our boy real quick.
My favorite.
Here we go. Daron will give us something. Come on, Payne.
He's just a good quarterback. Good in the pocket. Uses the O-line well and knows how to
read the defense.
We know how the crowd affects an offense. Does it affect the defense at all?
Nah, I wouldn't say that because I know home games we want the crowd loud on our side, so I'm pretty sure we're going away, so the crowd gonna be quiet for the
Come on, DT.
offense. I would hope.
Don't put my name in this now.
Bro, do you like actually enjoy it, kind of like us against the world
Look at
mentality?
JP May and asking the questions.
I mean, to me, it's another game, another opportunity for me to go out there.
What's the vibe been like this week? Obviously, getting a win certainly helps.
Oh man, we just trying to stack these wins, go out there, play some good football.
I know you played a lot of tough road games in the SEC, very loud stadiums. How do you, when you play games like that, going into like Seattle, obviously they're one.
Yeah, back up. What are you not doing?
How do you guys manage that?
Camera guy.
I mean, road games for defense is easy because the team
Keep
wants
asking
to,
them the same
I mean,
question.
like, the fans want to be quiet for their offense on the road. So that's really a question for
They
the
ain't
offense.
having fun since chasing sweat guns. Narrative.
Just for you guys, picking up that win this week, just the way,
Look at JP. That's a stupid question.
Oh man, oh it's hard to win in the NFL. So anytime you get
That was funny.
and put some good stuff on tape is a plus. So we can build off that game, correct some things, and then take it into this week.
What did you see from that Patriots performance that excites you that, this defense is trending in the right direction?
Just playing like guys are capable of going out there and shutting down games. So as long as we just play as one and everybody play together, we should be good.
There you go. Play as one.
Going out there and shutting down games. So as long as we just play as one and everybody play together, we should be good.
I ain't gonna
That's
miss
my
that,
man.
yo.
Y'all trying to hit this dude. We keep wearing these do-rags.
Come on.
They're just a good quarterback.
All right, here we go. Oh, boy.
We really do. They're wrong.
In terms of this really is about the development and growth of the quarterback, the offense. And so the thing for this one more than anything else is just the continued growth and defensively just, playing better and keep working towards it. I mean, it's to me, it's all in front of us. I really do believe that. And, this, like I said, this to me is just different just because of where we are as a football team.
And then with Sam, you talk about the growth the last 2 weeks, 4 combined sacks. I'll probably answer the question, but how much do you parcel it out to scheme, to Sam developing, to the line changes, and how do you?
I think it's a combination of several things, and also the guys around Sam getting it. It's like I've talked about this earlier too, about those aha moments where all of a sudden because okay, I see it, I get it. Well, some of the things that we did up front with the offensive line seem to be paying off. I think getting the ball out of Sam's hands quicker, creates that the ball's out, frustration for the defense when a guy gets the ball out early and on timing, there's a little bit of frustration that seems to develop. And then overall, the guys understanding. I mean, you see some of the things that we've been seeing from the backs and from the tight ends that are chipping their way out. We even got a couple snaps where we have the receivers chipping and all understanding just how important it is. And it's all kind of coming together, I think, at the right time for us offensively.
I have. They did it with Curtis.
Curtis, that's why I heard.
We don't talk about him as much as some of the other things going on. What have you kind of seen from
Wake up, DT.
His game take another
10 more minutes.
I'll tell you, he's been very solid for us, doing a lot of the good things that we ask of him, and then doing more. I mean, he's a terrific football player, a guy that is a veteran leader now, and you see his play is very savvy and it's very timely. You see him come up with solid plays at the right time in terms of third down and making a big tackle or knocking the ball over, something like that. He's been solid for us.
And for the secondary as a whole, this game against Seattle with DK Metcalf, he's physically similar to AJ Brown. He's obviously faced a couple times. Is that going to be a good experience having gone up against AJ to now deal with DK?
I think so. I think it'll be something that we can draw from. Most certainly, I do think it's a heck of a challenge for our guys in the secondary. And I really do believe, based on some of the things that we've done in the last few weeks, I think it'll be a good challenge for us.
Ron, you said, it's all in front of you. You believe that. At the beginning of the year in training camp, you kind of said, look, this is an audition for everybody because we have a new boss and we got to get a feel for that.
Right.
How do you feel the audition is going, and what's the best case that you can say to your new owner, we have this going in the right direction?
Well, I just think as you look at what we're doing and we continue to be competitive, that's probably the biggest thing right now. We've had a lot of change, a lot of things that we're doing differently and just trying to put it together. I mean, for me, the biggest thing is just continue to play hard and continue to do the best we can and hopefully win some football game. Anything else? I mean, the truth is this is about winning. That's the biggest thing that comes from the audition more than anything else.
And the change you mean is the quarterback and the offense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ron, I don't know if you saw Chase Young's comments on Monday during his opening press conference about San Francisco, and it's a building full of winners, the culture, the spirit of the players. During your time here in Washington, what are you most proud of kind of the culture that you've helped build inside that locker room?
I think first and foremost is that, to me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm excited about our football team. I like the things that we're doing. I like the direction we're headed. I think culturally it's a really solid place. We're still learning and growing. We have a young quarterback that's learning and growing for us.
Wait a second.
I do think that for the most part, things can be very bright for us if it continues to go in the right direction.
Chase Young's comments on Monday during his opening press conference about San Francisco, and it's a building full of winners, the culture, the spirit of the players. During your time here in Washington, what are you most proud of kind of the culture that you've helped build inside that locker room?
I think first and foremost is that, to me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm excited about our football team. I like the things that we're doing. I like the direction we're headed. I think culturally it's a really solid place.
Okay.
We're still learning and growing.
Okay.
We have a young quarterback that's learning and growing for us. And
What
I
does that
do
have
think
to do
that
with
for the most part,
anything?
things can be very bright for us if it continues to go in the right direction.
What does the quarterback got to do with the culture?
As far as Chase is concerned in his comments, really appreciate who he is for us and who he was for us. Just some nice things, and just wish him all the luck in San Francisco.
Coach Tressaway spoke to us a bit in the locker room, and I see you smiling. He won NFC Special Teams Player of the Week, so this is the second honor for the special
teams.
What if
Goldberg just come out of nowhere?
What can you say about that group and what you see them building as a unit?
It's been happening over the last couple of years. Last year Jeremy, becomes the Pro Bowl player and then gets voted All Pro Special Teams Player, and to me, that's one of the areas that is very positive as far as growth is concerned. We've got the right kind of guys out there doing it. I think Nate Castor has done a terrific job. I think him and Ben make a terrific team of position coaches for us as far as special teams are concerned. And Tress is just the ultimate pro. He really is. He's one of the captains and he's done a good job of leading that group of guys. What it does say about Tress winning the award, one of the things that was really cool about it was we had 5 punts that were down inside the 20. Or that ended up inside the 20, and a lot of it had to do with not just him kicking the ball, but the guys that are covering. Everything from what goes on with Cheeseman at the long snapping position, and Burgess coming in and replacing Jeremy, and being able to help hold down the fort. And then our gunners, the way those guys are playing, and breaking free and getting down. I mean, that whole unit has done a nice, solid job for us as far as special teams is concerned. There are a couple other bright spots too as far as special teams is concerned. We had 3 punt returns over 10 yards. Anytime you can do that, that means that's 10 yards less that the offense has to gain before they're in scoring position. We opened up with a 37-yard kickoff return by Antonio. Again, that's one less first down you have to get if we had downed it and taken it at the 25. So there's been a lot of positive growth. And
is that a Dax Milne shot?
And when you start seeing a lot of your young and getting down, I mean, that whole unit has done a nice, solid job for us as far as special teams is concerned. There are a couple of great spots too as far as special teams is concerned. We had 3 punt returns over 10 yards. Anytime you can do that, that means that's 10 yards less that the offense has to gain before they're in scoring position. We opened up with a 37-yard kickoff return by Antonio. Again, that's one less first down you have to get if we had downed it and taken it at the 25. So there's been a lot of positive growth.
What happened to Dax Milne? He had a season.
And when you start seing a lot of your young picks, your young draft picks, on special teams that usually get indicated that given the opportunity to play regularly on at a position bodes well. So there's a lot of positives to take from that.
And actually, to follow up on what you just mentioned, Chris Rodriguez had a big tackle for you all on Sunday. Can you say a bit more about his growth and how you think he's doing so far?
Chris has done a solid job. He really has. And whenever he's got an opportunity to come in and run, he has run the ball pretty well for us. And, it's as you watch it with what's going on with Antonio and B-Rob, I think both those guys are finding their stride now within this offense. Last week was a good week for both those backs. And so it just hasn't really given Chris the opportunity to play running back as much as I think he would like to, and we would like to see a little bit more from him if he gets the opportunity. But watching on special teams and how he's growing, that's been really good. It's been a cool thing to see that he's taking every opportunity he can, and that's to give his best. So that's been really good as well.
Hey, Coach, Seattle is a noisy place, a loud stadium to play in. What are some of the things that offensively you all could do to help Sam and the receivers can do to help that situation, knowing that the crowd noise is going to be bad?
Well, the biggest thing was a lot of that stuff will be based off of hand signals and stuff like that as well. It's understanding what the play call is and then what the alerts or the checks are. And again, that will all have to be dictated by what's going on with the hand signals. We've played at some pretty noisy places this year for the most part. We've worked a lot, with the no huddles and just using all the hand signals and stuff like that. So that's probably the biggest thing is, everybody's got to be able to pay attention. Everybody's got to be able to see what they see and be on the same page more so than anything else. And the better you are at that, the less likely there will be a mistake or a miss signal or a call or something. And again, as far as our offensive line is concerned, they've just got to be patient and hopefully, we won't have any illegal procedures.
EB's obviously known as a running game background, all that. You were a part of very physical teams. You guys now run one of the most pass-heavy offenses in football. I'm just curious for you and him in those discussions, how have you come around on that's the way to win with this?
Well, I started my positional coaching career under Andy Reid. And so just understanding what that mentality is and what Coach Reid's mentality was, and I know it's rubbed off a lot on EB, to be quite honest. I see the extended handoff attitude. I also see that, we do some things in terms of just trying to catch the defense anticipating something, and that was always something that was big for Coach as well. And I know that EB has carried that over as well. And having been part of that success that Andy had early on, I can see it. And I see a lot of positives, a lot of parallels right now. I really do. And the thing that's very exciting for us both has been the growth and development of the quarterback. I mean, Sam has been terrific. I think the players around him are getting it as well and understanding these things. I think we've all had some aha moments, just saying, okay, I get it. I understand that part of it. So as we continue to grow and do those things, I think the best thing is it's like watching Sam run our 2-minute drill. He's been very effective doing that for us because it's more about reacting to what you're seeing. And it's just, you don't have to overthink things. You can get to the line of scrimmage, make your calls, and then once you get the ball, now you're just reacting to what you're seeing.
Kind of to that point, the pass rush wasn't super productive last week, but I know it was tough because the Patriots were getting the ball out quickly. Like, where are you at with the pass rush? And do you think just sticking with the same rotation?
Well, we are for the most part, but there's some things that you can do to help the pass rush. And again, we'll work on those things and hopefully it'll show on Sunday.
Jahan Dotson, as he was going through some of the drops, what did you see from him to show that he was really working through that? And what have you seen from him over these last 2 games?
Well,
come on, Nicky, give me one.
First thing, Nicky, was really the frustration on his face because he knows he's better than that, and so you could tell, but then you could see him working extra pre-practice, post-practice, and just talking and spending time with Bobby Ingram and just listening to them go through things and just him understanding that it's just a little more work here, a little more work there, and it's sometimes it happens. I mean, sometimes guys go into slumps, but the biggest way to get out really is just to work through it, and that's what he's done. And I think right now he's to the point now where he's very comfortable in what we're doing, how we're doing it. I think he and Sam have developed a pretty good rapport as well.
And I know in New England there was a brief headset issue, and Jacoby helped with getting some signals. And is he a help in games this where the noise is that bad?
Yes, he will be. He most certainly will be. And Jacoby's he's tremendous. He really is. And I understand why he's one of those guys that a lot of people are trying to find. But he's done a tremendous job for us. He's been great for Sam, and he's helped us out all tremendously.
Thanks,
All
Coach.
right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
I don't know how you expect me to stay up and he over here chatting, man. He ain't said nothing, man.
It's definitely better after a loss. Maybe we got to do these after a loss because Ron ain't doing that. He too comfortable. They didn't knock him off his game. Hey, is there a scenario where he Yo, is there a scenario where Ron is here next year, DT?
Only way Ron be here, they go on a run and they win a playoff game since 2005. That's the only way I see him stay.
Well, I think they got to get to the NFC
They're going to win two.
conference game. Yeah.
Either win the division, which is probably already out of reach.
Yeah, we ain't winning the division.
Or they're going to win two playoff games.
You that sounds like a cuss word to me. You might as well go back.
I'm just saying, like, I think his fate is sealed at this point.
Yeah. So I just think for some reason I feel like EB and Ron are like kind of married a little bit. So if all of a sudden Sam does well, they actually make it to a playoff, God forbid they win a game, they might run it back. No changes. No GM, no, like they may let Ron buy the groceries. Because wouldn't this be, now hear me out, wouldn't this be kind of like the Jim Caldwell situation in Detroit, right? He gets hired in Detroit and actually freaking wins a playoff game and they still fire him. Or I want to say at least they won like 12 games. It was something crazy. I'm just saying,
I don't think it's
being
the
devil's
exact
advocate.
same. Yeah, I don't think it's the exact same. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I don't think it's the exact same though.
Now this is not he's had 4 years. On the 4th year, he gets rid of Scott. He kind of brings in EB. He has a new owner. All of a sudden, this new owner and this new like beautiful, greatest place to work environment. And he's able to catapult them to a successful I'm just playing devil's advocate. I think he's gone regardless, but I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Like what we at right now? We were 4-5 right now.
4 or 5.
Bro, we might have to finish the season with 6 losses for Ron to keep his job, bro. Like I think it's that.
So 11 and 6.
11 and 6.
Yeah, like I think not just that, but that plus a playoff win.
11 and 6. We haven't been since '92. Okay, we haven't won a playoff game since 2005. We decided to play our second-year quarterback. We hire EB. Like all that together, Josh is like making it real hard here, Ron.
Now, I think it's entirely possible that Ron I think it's in his best interest to when the season's over just step down. And it's much more likely to get the continuity of having EB step up into the head coach role. I think regardless of what happens, you got to move on from Jack Del Rio.
The defense thing is.
Folks need to start with the desk job though. Like everybody gonna be working. He ain't gonna be working in my office, bro. Once he out my building, he out my building.
Yeah. I mean, I thought for a while he was going to just step down like Bruce Arians did and get a job in the front office somewhere. But I think at this point,
I think he's gone. Like if he leaves, he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think yeah. But again, regardless of that part of it, JDR got to go with him. Whatever you do with Ron, JDR has to go with him.
Y'all think JDR gonna fire? Y'all think Ron gonna fire JDR?
Yeah, he's gonna be told to.
No.
We need a general manager, bro.
Well, he gonna fire him. He gonna fire him. But hold up, you notice? Hold on, let me see if you notice.
Y'all and Ron Vera package.
No. Like, remember in the summer, we noticed he wasn't in that little in the front office. He's not in there now. Did you all notice that?
Ron?
Yep. On the
Yeah,
team website.
His whatever front office title he had, they
don't have that. He ain't up there no more.
That's by all public record, he doesn't have it anymore.
Because last year, like doing this, it was team, whatever he was, president, whatever that title was he had, and then it was Mayhew, Hurney, and the cap guy. But now it's of course Jason is up there, but then it's Mayhew, it's Mayhew, Hurney, and the cap guy, and then there's the Shin guy. Ron is nowhere in that front office structure on the website.
Okay.
It's been like that all summer.
I don't know. I think development counts for a lot more.
I can't hear you.
I was reading it. Aaron said, I mean, like.
So you saying there's a chance?
Man, I'm just.
They didn't do anything with him though. It's outside of that 1 year.
Hey man, look, keep Joe Gears away from keep him on the lobby level and the alumni level. That's it. I don't want Joe Gears on no more levels. There we go 4 years ago. How light he is last year. Yeah, he's pretty light. That's cool.
You can fire somebody and still like him.
He said 4 years ago. That means as soon as we hired, should fire him. He saw the future.
Yeah, I think Sam development going to be tied more to EB and Tavita Pritchard than it will be Ron Rivera though.
Yeah. Ron will get credit for drafting him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like even that whole thing with drafting him, like he didn't want to play him. Like, how do you even make that public?
Yeah.
Like, how do you discuss that openly? That you went to Sam and Sam said no, but how does that even get out?
Your man said, "Man, I really should have gave him a chance. I really did."
I didn't know he was this good. My goodness.
I was gonna say something like that. Like,
what'd you say, DT?
And their job, the scout, you should know you're good. That's what the guy you wanted.
Oh my gosh, that's just crazy.
If you had a second or third round grade, you felt like he was good, but he fell to the fifth.
Find it. Of course, they didn't post it. Somebody else screen grabbed it. But yeah, Ron is not up. He wasn't there in the summertime either. All right, y'all. It's been good. Ceelo, you got anything before we get out of here?
Hey man, let's get on these Patriots, man. I mean, who we playing? Seahawks. My bad. Seahawks.
Man, you in fault. Hey.
Yeah, it's late.
You got a prediction? You got a prediction, or you want to wait?
Uh-oh.
We play well on the road. It's weird. We play
we
well.
We play well in Seattle, actually.
And
outside of the playoffs. Outside of the playoffs.
I got us 28-21. Commanders.
That's good. Wow. Ain't nobody care about you trying to keep Ron Rivera. Like they're trying to fake like he don't care if he goes, but then he want him. He want him to stay. I figured you out, Aaron. Don't try. Don't even try.
Aaron definitely likes Ron. He's hard to defend him right now.
What that boy? What Caleb be saying? You're wrong.
So do y'all think they go over to Tennessee and hire Chris Harris over as defense coordinator?
I don't know, man.
I think they gonna unturn every stone.
I don't know, Glenn. Like,
because I mean, like,
wait and see the season out.
The Hall group doesn't have any loyalty to Chris Harris. If you fire Ron Rivera, like Chris Harris lose a lot of his value.
No, I only meant if Ron stays.
Oh,
who would be the next? Who would be like the next logical defense coordinator?
They'll probably blow
Only
that
if
whole
Ron
thing up.
stays.
They're gonna blow the whole thing up.
They'll probably blow that whole staff up. They'll probably blow that whole defense up. I mean, who over there?
Isn't the head coach the one who picks your coordinator? Typically,
Yeah.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Ron.
Yeah.
I think
You might be like,
if
look,
they
you
do
can't.
that and Ron stays, he gonna make a splash like he did with EB.
Nah,
That's
they
what I'm trying to
might
figure
be.
out who would he pick? Who would he go after?
Nah, they might be like, nah, you ain't picking nobody. Like
Nah, we got it. We got it.
You just chilling. You just chilling.
Whoever
Matter of
comes,
fact,
it's gonna be a one-year deal,
EB gonna
right?
take over the day.
True,
Matter of
what?
fact, EB gonna take over the day to day.
Back one day,
Gonna look back one day and go back
started.
day.
Yeah, one bad game. He had more than one bad game, but okay.
Man, Trill after that Giants game is a totally different person. Let's see. I think Ronnie be tied to hip. Yeah, they are tied to a hip. They gonna be up out of here.
Yeah. You ain't never seen Siamese twins get separated. It's possible.
Ron can get a Hall of Fame RKO. Yeah, crazy. Steve, I don't care.
Switch
up.
Nobody talking about Terry. Turn.
It's supposed to rain all day, bro. This is gonna be the B Rob, C Rod, and Gibby AG show.
It's easy. You gotta have a big game. We'll see. Nah, he ain't running that rock. Like y'all, all right. He be going to keep. He be going to keep telling y'all.
Get that calorie stat out of here, yeah.
He's a calorie stat. Oh yeah, look calorie stat. Oh man, what you got, DT? What you think the outcome gonna be?
I just did a pod today. Surprisingly, we play good when we go to Seattle in the regular season. Like I think we're like 7-1, but this is a new team. I don't have a score right now, but I think it really all depends on what Seattle team we're going to get. Because if anybody has kept up with it, when Seattle has played, how do I want to say it? When Seattle has played the elite teams, they have struggled. But when they have played teams that are close to them of the par, they give them a fight or as a shootout. I think for Washington, if they can attack the defense and get a bad Seattle team that day, I think they have a big shot to win. All the keys will be on the defense, though. Like, my eyes is not going to be on the offense. I think the offense is going to do its thing on Sunday. It's the defense that concerns me. Like, if you can get to Geno Smith, cause some pressure, take the run game away, how you going to set your coverages up against DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and Tyler Lockett, I think that will be the key for a victory.
Yeah, it was pouring down rain. He was still throwing that rock in the rain.
Yeah, I know. They was also losing by 37 points too, or 30, 34, whatever it was.
He may run. That's crazy. All right, man. Y'all will get mad tomorrow. You know, with Big Doug and those guys putting the predictions out. So you'll all see, man, there tomorrow. And I think we're good, man. I think we're going to talk, but I believe we're going to move this to Tuesdays. But we will definitely let you all know. And I think that's all we got. DT?
With that being said, guys, just to give you a heads up, this is the Pro Sports Fans Twitter account. You guys can follow that as well. Get all the updates on all the teams.
Oh, are you followed?
Yes, I am followed on my personal Twitter account. On my personal Twitter account. I know what you're doing. That is nasty. He gonna hunt you down tonight, yeah. But guys, this is the Pro Force Fan official Twitter account. You guys just follow this account. It'll tweet out our daily tweets on game day, post game reports, pre game reports, anything that is Commanders related. Once we hop on the app, you guys will also follow the app on your app store, such as Android and iPhone. Pro Sports Fans app, and we are currently live doing a simulcast right now.
Glenn says good guys by 6.
3.
And have fun. Breeze, Coach
21-17,
Breeze.
21-16.
Got a conference championship game. I guess that's what y'all call it.
Playoff
Championship
game.
game.
Yeah.
Number 4, Roosevelt. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, finish it. Finish it
versus number 1, done by Crimson Tide. And before that, you got number 3, Balloon Knights versus number 2, HD Woodson.
Baloo.
I predict Dunbar to win by a score of 50-8.
Hey, who playing Baloo?
HD
Woodson.
HD Woodson. That's my LB's that's my LB school.
HD Woodson.
So
Woodson or Wilson? Woodson or Wilson?
Nah, Baloo. I heard someone say Baloo.
Oh yeah.
Baloo is the third seed.
Like that. Them in Eastern.
Yeah, they're gonna come get this smoke. It don't matter. Whichever one of them two win.
My high school gonna get smoked this week. I ain't telling.
Whoever win between Baloo and AD, they're gonna come get this foot put up in them on Thanksgiving morning. So
could.
I got a ring. I got a ring to get, man.
Got a ring to get, man.
I got a ring to get Thanksgiving morning.
You got a ring to get cut.
Oh, this don't.
You got a ring to get cut.
Whoever standing in the way, getting run over.
My
It ain't
computer about to
even
die.
finna be
Hold
no
up.
that. Oh.
There you go. My computer about to die. There we go.
Whoever standing in the way on Thanksgiving morning.
Oh man, appreciate y'all for coming by. Your time is very valuable for you to spend with us.
He gonna make someone a turkey.
Absolutely. In front of the whole city.
Yeah, all right. Don't be sad.
Oh man.
Coach Butler, see?
I see it. Yeah, I see it, man.
Oh man. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.